There's only like... Oh, it's alive. It's alive. Okay. There's a live going on. They're just live streaming Tel Aviv. These are too long. I want just like a snippet. Breakthrough News haven't posted anything about Iran. Okay, alright. I don't like watching BBC though. Fuck. Are there any other news sites that we can watch? Okay, let's watch this one. Hold on. Why do a lot of Indian websites, like in Indian news sites, like are obsessed about this? Okay. It's a lot. It's a bit hard to like find anything on this. Okay, let's watch this one. Oh damn. Okay. Some are getting intercepted, some are getting through. Yep. Oh. Also, they don't doesn't the IDF put a lot of their military bases in residential areas? So like they're actually using human shields, huh? Funny how that works. Is India's lion. India also lion, ma'am. Okay. Look at those stars. Oh wait, my tax dollars at work. How much did that dome cost? They said like 1 million, right? Need to see full saturation attack one day. See the system get overloaded. Oh my god, yeah. Let's not talk about that here. On Minecraft, right? You meant on Minecraft. Quite literally, the IOF HQ is in a shopping center or something, right? So they use human shields. And then accuse others of doing what they are doing because, you know, Joseph Goebbels' style of reverse propaganda. Just lie until the lie sticks, you know. If you lie enough, it's gonna become the truth. That's their playbook. Okay, let's watch this one. If this one is 13 minutes.
But we do begin this morning with that significant breaking news out of the Middle East. Iran launching this barrage of missiles across Israel, of course, in retaliation for yesterday's unprecedented attack.
This latest escalation seeing ballistic missiles and drones fired into major cities, including Jerusalem and Tel Aviv, some even breaking through Israel's Iron Dome.
Oh, damn, okay.
Okay, let's get straight to team coverage this morning. First to 9 Europe correspondent Jessica Millward. Jess, good morning again. What more are we learning this hour?
Good morning, guys. We've just had an update from Israel's emergency services. They say 36 people have been injured, including one woman critically, after Iran launched that volley of missiles and drones on Israel. Extraordinary images that we're seeing out of Israel this morning. You can see there the night sky lighting up, the Iron Dome managing to intercept most of those surface-to-surface missiles. However, some did break through, and the moment one hit downtown Tel Aviv was caught on camera. Extraordinary images. A building has been damaged. We've seen
There was a clip of a streamer being live when a missile hit it. It was scary. I mean, on Tel Aviv.
images of it on fire, and rescue teams race to the scene. Israel's Defence Minister has called this a crossing of all red lines, but we knew this was coming. It has been threatened all day, and Israelis...
I'm actually kind of surprised that Iran had such a quick response to Israel's strikes. I mean, because now they really targeted Iran. Like, on their soil. Oh, Iranian streamer, okay.
Knew it was coming. They've been on a state of emergency all day ever since Israel launched
My God, dude, look at that. Holy fuck.
So most people would have been in bunkers. Rocket alarms were sounding across the country as this barrage of missiles did hit. But indeed, the fact that it's got through the Iron Dome has surprised many people, with Israel's Prime Minister addressing the country, saying this is just the beginning.
In the past 24 hours, we've taken...
I don't like to listen to this bitch talk. Oh my God, fuck.
Now, top military commanders, senior nuclear scientists, the Islamic regimes...
What happened to his, like, dick cancer? Was it actually cancer?
Most significant enrichment facility and a large portion of its ballistic missile arsenal. More is on the way. The regime doesn't know what hit them. They don't know what will hit them.
We're learning more about that unprecedented...
They probably had a dozen launchers pointed at Tel Aviv since October 7th, and just in case. It's only crossing red lines if Israelis get hurt and not the people in the half... And not the people in that half of the Tehran residential buildings. Yeah, of course not, because they're not. Arabs are not people to the West. So, what do we expect? Speaking English, by the way, Israel speak Hebrew. Why the fuck he's speaking English, right? It's funny his statement was in English because of course it's meant for the international audience. Crossing lines that's crazy while committing a yeah, exactly. They all creep me out. Like the entirety of I don't think any Israeli politician has a right in their right mind. Like they're all fucking insane.
unprecedented attack by Israel on Iran. It was months in the
I also just learned that Nux Taco is apparently Israeli and living in Israel. And I saw a tweet. Someone was like retweeting the Iranian military and was like, yo, slime off. Slime off Nux Taco for me, gang. What the hell?
planning. Benjamin Netanyahu says he ordered it last year. It was meant to happen in April, but then that didn't happen. They chose this week.
Right? It makes so much sense that he's a fucking weirdo and just like a, I don't know. There were a lot of weird allegations about him too being a predator. So, and then someone was like, oh yeah, this guy is living in Israel. He was not living in. He was a Canadian Israeli, and then he moved to Israel. Apparently, I don't know why, but he's a fucking weirdo. So
Do so because Israel say a nuclear attack by Iran on Israel was imminent. Mossad.
Favorite tweets have been the ones making fun of his like cousin or something who got slimed in Gaza. Yeah, yeah. International audience. It's not just a picture of a map of NATO member. Yeah, and it's just a picture of that map of NATO member. Yeah, because that's to them. It's the international community. Fucking the pores do not matter. You know. Okay. The pores don't matter. Yeah. Israel is, it's a haven for, yep.
Israel's spy agency had operatives on the ground. A number of nuclear and military sites have been struck across Iran. And as we heard from the Prime Minister there, he is saying this is just the beginning. Well, Iran is saying just the same, promising to open the...
Yeah, I mean, of course, who else would it be? How else can you uphold white supremacy, you know?
Gates of hell on Israel. And what we've seen across the country this morning is just the beginning.
Extraordinary language. Jess, thank you. Let's head now to Nine's US correspondent, Reid Butler.
Reid, what's the reaction been from world leaders so far?
Well, the consensus from most world leaders, guys, has been pull back, get back to the negotiating table. But as you just heard there from Jess, that does not appear to be the direction where this conflict is heading. The US President Donald Trump, he says the White House was aware that these strikes against Iran from Israel were going to happen. He has been desperately trying to broker a deal to curb Iran's nuclear capabilities now. But now what we're seeing is the American military moving in, mobilizing to help defend Israel.
Let's not forget that Israel has a sterilization program for African descent Jewish people in Israel. Yeah, yeah. The Ethiopian Jews were sterilized without their consent.
Against these retaliatory attacks from Iran. We have seen Donald Trump post on Truth Social today. He has written, "There has already been great death and destruction, but there is still time to make this slaughter, with the next already planned attacks being even more brutal, come to an end." He is still hoping that Iran can get to that negotiating table like those other world leaders, but Iran has already confirmed it has pulled out of planned talks with the US that were due to get underway in the coming days in Oman. Guys?
Thank you, Reid. Our breaking news from the Middle East, where Iran has retaliated this morning, launching a blistering attack on Israel. I
believe we have some live pictures to get to right now, and this is what we're seeing right now, a third wave of strikes in Tel Aviv. The Iron Dome so far has done a pretty good job.
Good job, okay.
The circumstances.
Yeah, this is the Tel Aviv skyline that we're looking at the moment. A couple of missiles looking like they're heading but not landing. Look, for more, we are joined by political scientist Professor Simon Jackman in Canberra. Simon, good morning to you.
Good morning.
These are deeply concerning developments. As you can see, they are evolving.
Why are they not like mentioning the fact that Iran is just doing a retaliatory strikes? They're framing it as if Iran is doing it without provocation, right? Iran just did it because vibes. Like what? What really started this, huh? They're not saying anything because they're fucking Zionists.
Right now, can you talk us through why these strikes have occurred?
Hi, Mana. Hi, Ems. Glad to finally catch another stream. Hello, Fidel. I love the Mark Zaki. Thanks. I shall return to work. Everyone, please have a great day, night. This was by far one of the most interesting streams I've been on on Twitch. Thank you, Hound Tactical, for joining us. Have a good day at work. Rumors are that Trump gave Israel money to hit Iran. I mean, he doesn't have to. That's like...
Oh, where to begin? The background to this is that this weekend, the United States and Iran were supposed to be having what was to be their 6th round of negotiations about getting Iran back to a slow walk, if you will, or a managed walk on their nuclear program. Trump wanted his own version of a deal that the Biden administration had in place. Everybody knew those talks were scheduled to happen this weekend, but in particular, Israel knew these talks.
Yeah, like they don't even need like any deep reason to like bomb Iran. They would like bomb Iran if like Iran sneezed at Israel, you know?
And this is literally Israel throwing the chess table completely upside down. This is...
Reminds me of how the media was glazing that the Israeli pager atrocity in Lebanon earlier this year. Yeah. Like I said, like they don't treat Arabs as humans. And Persians at this time as well.
They have, by some reporting, those attacks into Tehran took out the lead negotiator who was going to represent Iran at those talks in Oman this weekend. This is Israel asserting itself and taking control of its equities, if you will, with respect to Iran's nuclear program, to some extent completely preempting and look, let's not beat around the bush, ending. And Iran has, quite unsurprisingly now announced it won't be attending those talks in Oman this weekend. That is at an end. Iran will now and will be doing what it's going to do with respect to its nuclear program. Israel has completely changed that trajectory.
Yeah, anyone with any amount of melanin on their skin is instantly subhuman. Yeah. And it's just sad that a lot of people of color internalize these ideals as well, which makes them agents of white supremacy as well, even though they're the ones who are gonna get taken out when the ideals that they uphold are going to become successful, because they're not part of the plan. Why are you okay? Anyway. Oh yeah, I did forgot to mention Lord Moro here. Thank you so much for subscribing.
So, Simon, it must be pointed out, we are taking a live shot now, but just moments ago, as you were coming to where with us, we did see a missile actually penetrate.
Hello, Dorian.
And this is the shot right now of it hitting in Tel Aviv. And as you said just then, Iran has promised to, quote, open the gates of hell. I mean, do you get the feel this is just the beginning of that retaliation?
Well, yes, I do, because Israel is talking about this being a sustained week-long campaign to not just the spectacular decapitation strikes of the scientific and military leadership inside Iran, but to degrade systematically the Iranian nuclear weapons program. Iran will respond, as you've seen. I think there's an open question as to how much capability Iran has, how long Iran can continue to send barrages of missiles, what their stockpiles are. When you send a lot of missiles at once, that's the only way you can overwhelm Iron Dome. How can essentially Iran sustain that tempo of barrages? How deep are their stockpiles of those sorts of missiles? I think Israel probably, you'd be betting, has the deeper capability, and moreover, they're getting a lot of assistance in a very standoffish way, if you will, indirect way from the United States with the impressive intelligence capabilities, detecting those missile launches and queuing up Iron Dome to help stave off those barrages of missiles coming in from Iran.
I mean, this is the third wave that we're seeing right now coming in from Iran into Israel. So not a lot of clarity on that stockpile. Also not a lot of clarity, Simon, on how much Donald Trump knew. He has indicated this morning that he knew every detail about the deal. Do we think that he instructed Netanyahu to do this, or is he just saying this morning?
I think he didn't say no, I think is the way I would put it. There is no way Israel would undertake this because they need US intelligence capability to deal with the aftermath, as we're seeing on screen right now. As I just said, US intelligence capabilities.
It's insane how they treat all Arabic people as a monolith. Why don't other Arabs take in the Palestinian population? Because they're different people, for fuck's sake. Yeah, they have different cultures. Imagine saying, well, why don't French people take the entirety of the Germanic population in their country? They're both white. Exactly. It's in let's see. They never grew past evolutionary instincts. I hate how every time Western media just regurgitates the Israeli narrative uncritically, literally always platforming their officials, and it's so tiring. Yeah.
Play a huge role detecting the launches of
I'm
those
so
missiles
tired
as
of
they
it.
come over the horizon towards Israel. There is no way that Netanyahu would have done this without at least a yellow light, if you will, if not a green light from Trump. I think this had been in the works for a while. I think there'd been some diplomacy between the United States and Israel. Trump trying to see if these talks were going to actually get anywhere. I think when Israel finally said, well, we're not going to wait for that, we're going to take, rather than wait for the US and Iran to perhaps arrive at a negotiation, we're going to take matters into our own hands. And by the way, let's not underestimate Netanyahu's ambition here and just how spectacular, I'll use the word, have been Israel's strikes on, in the first instance, Hamas leadership after October 7 in particular. Only last year, I think it was, that there was a very precise attack on a member of the Iranian military leadership, and following up again today. I think that doesn't happen without the US being aware of that impressive intelligence capability Israel clearly has. And like I said, it wasn't exactly a red light, the way I would put it, that Israel got from the United States.
Realistically right now, how influential can our voice be? Will Anthony Albanese, our PM, get a chance to have a one-on-one with Trump, and how important is it?
I think that's the real question. It was not clear, even as the Prime Minister got on the plane yesterday to fly off to the G7, it was not, all the reporting is neither side had committed, the Americans had not committed to a one-on-one. It's the G7 where they're sort of almost in observer status, if you will. It's an opportunity for our Prime Minister to have some important talks one-on-one.
What is Trump doing?
I think the international agenda has clearly been scrambled by the events of the last 24 hours or so. There's a good chance that Albanese comes back from Canada without having had a one-on-one with Donald Trump. I just think there's just an awful lot going on in the international system. It doesn't mean it's not a worthwhile trip for the Prime Minister to take. There's a lot of other people to talk to. And indeed, I think we are living in a world where America's always distracted by the Middle East, particularly now. And I think Australian diplomacy and prosecuting Australian national interests means having our Prime Minister talking to regional partners every opportunity they get, particularly because America's focused on other things.
Simon, we have to go. Thanks so much for your insight though on Weekend Today. We really appreciate it.
See you.
Welcome back to Weekend Today. Back now with more on our breaking news coverage from the Middle East, where tensions are escalating, it seems by the minute really. Iran has this morning warned the gates of hell, quote unquote, are about to open on Israel as both countries unleash this wave of missile strikes targeting military infrastructure. For more, let's bring in today's talk as we have Independent Zali Steggall and also former Queensland Premier Anastasia Palaszczuk. Zali, to you in the studio, good morning to you. The world is really on edge. How troubling is this situation?
It is really concerning, the escalation of the conflict in the Middle East, and I hope cool heads will prevail. Obviously, the 200-odd strikes by Israel into Iran are clearly very, I think, that's inflammatory, obviously. And now the retaliation, the question, will that draw in more powers and more nations? I hope some sense and some de-escalation will be able to be negotiated between the nations, because we don't want to see this situation escalate and expand to other nations. We know the situation in Gaza for the Palestinian people is incredibly dire, with no access to food and humanitarian aid. And we, of course, still have hostages that haven't been released. So I think this whole situation really needs to, we need cool heads to prevail.
We do. Anastasia, to you, I mean, these attacks, you look at them, they were designed to take out Iran's well-documented nuclear programs, right? But it's created this greater unknown, I guess. Where does this whole situation go from here?
That's right. Yeah, look, I share with what Penny Wong said, that the situation is very alarming, what's happening at the moment. And to what you said too, Clint, it seems that these attacks were very targeted. They're not at the people in Iran, they're targeted directly at people involved in nuclear facilities or scientists. But I think, I agree with Zali, we need cool heads here. I mean, this is escalating at a rapid rate, and I think we need to be aware that there are families living in both countries, there are Australians living in both countries as well, and hopefully we'll see a de-escalation. But at the moment, things are not looking good over there.
Okay. Sorry, Ames, I had to answer a text from my mom. Sorry. My bad. Am I back now? Okay, all right. I'm back. All right, so what are we doing here? Now what? Okay, what are we doing?
Israel and Iran are at war. At the time of writing, it hasn't been formalized, but after what happened in the pre-dawn hours of June the 13th, it's as good as done. Israel has launched a massive...
Only attack nuclear facilities is crazy too. Hopefully no leaks. Why the fuck are they pretending that Iran attacked for no reason? We only attacked their nuclear facilities, lol. Iran has no right to respond. Is the main agenda, and so-called international audience accepts this. Yeah. I hate this. I hate this framing. His little J.O. dance. They objectively didn't just do that too. There's fucking video of their targets like since the minute it happened. This is the premiere of my state. Ew. Sorry to hear that. They were at people in Iran. You mean they were targeting people? You were spared from the... Yeah. This guy is a slop guy, but maybe something interesting is said. Is this the German invades Russia moment for Israel youth? Oh, for Israel, you think? Okay. Maybe. Where's the Iranian Stalin when we need him right now? Yeah.
Sequence of airstrikes, sabotage, and targeted assassination.
I don't like watching, like, I'm pretty sure I already have a feeling that this is a Zionist supportive. Born too late to deploy to the Middle East. Born too early to deploy to the Middle East. Born just in time to deploy to the Middle East. Okay. Yeah, because your government is going to send you there. Do you want that? Are you still gonna support a government that would willingly just send you to war for no good fucking reason? You're gonna fight a war for a country to protect a country that's not even yours. And all of your taxes go there. Americans are cucks. What the hell? That's cuck behavior. Okay, I don't see a lot of like. Should we keep watching this imps or just because we might rage quit because they would probably say something. As T Color said, this is a slop guy, so yeah. I know I've already seen enough of the Western media, so I don't know. It was a direct response to what my premiere said, where she went, "Oh, they were just targeting military targets with Iran." Like, fuck no, they targeted civilian buildings. There are also claims that Israel deployed a low-yield nuke in Syria when they invaded Golan Heights. All of that for a drop of oil, yeah. Ever since I saw that guy, Simon Whistler, hired by Visualpolitik EN to lie about the protests in my country, I wins every time. Whenever I see him, slop talking, head for sure. Yeah. That's why we voted for a draft dodger. I like to roll the dice. Okay. Okay, let's roll the dice on this one, and if we rage quit, it's on you.
Across Iran, targeting the country's nuclear facilities, its military leadership, and its ballistic missiles. Iran has made clear its intent to retaliate in kind. The United States stands ready to respond with overwhelming force.
What? What did he say?
States stands ready to respond. The United States. Iran has made clear its intent to retaliate in kind.
Okay, all right, yeah, okay. To retaliate, its intent to retaliate on, its intent to retaliate in kind.
The United States stands ready to respond with overwhelming force, and the time for negotiation has conclusively passed. It's the showdown that the Middle East has been building toward for decades, and it's finally here. Israel and Iran. 0 seconds.
Yeah, it's what Lenin is saying. Finally, decades can happen. Decades can happen in weeks. Decades of events can happen in weeks. In just a week, rather.
Know in advance what comes next. Now, before we begin,
does the electronic intifada have anything about? Oh yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. Because I don't want to watch slop, please. No, they don't have anything on the attacks yet. What? Like, I looked at Breakthrough News. They don't have it either.
We've got to issue a very important caveat here. Everything that we discussed today is accurate to the best of our ability as of 9 o'clock in the morning, local time in Tehran on Friday, June the 13th. We have worked to produce and publish this episode as quickly as possible. Indeed, I'm heading off on holiday this afternoon. I wasn't even supposed to be in the office this morning, but they're at war. But we can practically guarantee that the situation will have evolved further by the time that you see this episode. Rest assured that we will be back to cover major developments in due time. Indeed, I'm back from holiday next week. With that out of the way, let's begin. The explosions began at about 3 o'clock in the morning, again, local time in Tehran. In Jerusalem, the attack was dubbed Operation Rising Lion. Among the most important targets for Israel was a key uranium enrichment facility called Natanz, where Iran has worked to prepare enough uranium at the proper enrichment levels that it could create weapons-grade material on short notice. Images circulating on social media in the immediate aftermath of Israel's first wave of strikes showed Natanz in flames with smoke billowing high into the sky. According to the chief of Iran's Atomic Energy Agency, Natanz is now severely damaged.
Okay, so the framing is already like, oh, Israel was striking Iran's nuclear facility. All right.
But Natanz was far from Israel's only target. According to sources from within Israel's defense apparatus, the Israel Defense Forces, or IDF, hit a number of sites relating to Iran's nuclear program, as well as its missile launch capabilities and its command and
Oh man, I was also wondering if you saw the AI Trump tweet about gay. I don't know. It's that. Well, why does that even exist?
control infrastructure. A number of hits were reported across the capital city of Tehran, including at 6 separate...
What about Colonial Outcast with Greg? Oh yeah! Hold on. Does he... Wait, he has a YouTube channel, right?
One of the many...
No, they don't have it either. They don't have the latest one. They have 1 day ago. It says here, Iran accesses Israeli intel. Israel prepares for strikes. Yeah, but that's the strike and the retaliation already happened, so
military bases, 2 secure command posts, and residential units where important Iranian figures lived. The headquarters of the Revolutionary Guard Corps was reported to be in flames by the time the first strike ended, with some accounts in...
They hit nuclear targets in Iran like 5 years ago. Can you link what? No, I don't want to watch it. Is that the gay comment? No, I don't care about that, please. I've seen enough slop. I don't want to see more slop. I think the only correct response to that is no, touch grass. Yeah. Exactly. Don't be... These things are not important, okay? So like it doesn't matter.
That a crisis meeting between senior leaders was underway when the...
What I'm actually looking for are like information about this from like reliable sources, like not slop. So please don't recommend me slop while I'm trying to avoid slop.
That he was hit. Iran declared a nationwide state of emergency in response, although by the time it went into effect, a second wave...
As with all good things in life, we must wait for better coverage. That's true. Leader of paramilitary Revolutionary Guard confirmed dead.
The strikes was already on its way. After a few hours, Israeli sources reported that the IDF had logged around 300 successful hits, with that number only expected to rise as the situation...
Yeah, on civilians, bitch. What the fuck?
...situation evolves. According to a wide range of sources speaking anonymously to the global press, Israel's first wave of attacks went far beyond just airstrikes. Israeli intelligence elements linked to the Mossad organization moved into action all across the country, especially in urban areas, carrying out a range of acts of sabotage and targeted...
The only sources I have are just Twitter accounts, to be honest. Yeah. I think that we have to wait for now. Like, let's just look at the Al-Quds. Because they're already framing it as like, oh, yeah. Woo, go IDF. I don't want to watch this anymore. You aren't verified yet. I don't want to be. Why do you want to keep me... I hate this. I hate this so much. The skies above occupied Jerusalem. Yeah. Rocket shrapnel fell in northern occupied Palestine. Okay. Iranian rockets have fallen in Tiberias, the occupied Golan, and Lower Galilee in northern occupied Palestine. Breaking explosions heard in occupied Haifa. Israeli occupation forces stormed the Jalazon camp north of Ramallah in the occupied West Bank. What the fuck? Why are they attacking the West Bank? There's absolutely no fucking reason to do this. Oh shit. Okay. Israeli airstrikes east of Iran. Iranian capital. Oh no, they struck the airport too? Okay, so they're targeting civilians. Man, they're trying to destabilize the West Bank. Breaking, Iran's ambassador to the United Nations, Saeed Iravani, says Israeli attacks on Iran have left 78 killed and 320 injured. Israeli occupation army spokesperson. We attacked the nuclear facility in the Isfahan province. The recent Iranian rocket attack completely destroyed a building in Tel Aviv. According to Israeli media, explosions heard in occupied Eilat without sirens being activated.
Trey, what can you tell us? Respondent Trey Yinks has been up all night, is standing by with all the details. Trey, what can you tell us?
Yeah, Laura, following that Israeli attack against Iranian nuclear facilities and top IRGC leadership overnight and into today, the Iranians have responded with 3 waves of ballistic missiles. This is Israel's version of the Pentagon, the Kiryat. And the building on this compound was just hit.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
You can understand here, it's very tense at this specific location because the Iranians are now targeting the defense establishment of Israel.
Yeah, good.
And so I'm going to have my cameraman pan up here to this building just across the street from the Kiryat.
Who struck first in that case? My God. Okay, so there's not really enough video coverage yet. Again, it's hard to not see this as Germany invading eastward for oil. To be fair, we know their reason. Yeah. That's like asking a rabid dog why it bites. Just trying to slaughter as many as possible. I'm sure all of those people were totally involved in the nuclear program, guys. Iran needs to get nukes now, to be honest. They needed nukes yesterday, but they need them now. Imagine if Nux Taco gets hit by Iran. Yeah, someone, like I said, someone someone tweeted that. They quote retweeted the Iranian military and were like, yo, Slime slime off Nook's taco for me, gang. Not gonna lie, worried about every country having nukes, yeah. It's always sad that nuclear weapons as deterrents are seen as a necessity nowadays. Well, I mean, at the very least, you know, like, the DPRK foresaw that. Like, they know, they've foreseen that the American, well, you know, America is not gonna stop at nuclear weapons. They know that it's not enough of a deterrent. Like, at this point, is it even still a deterrent anymore? Like, come on now. Because we're dealing with like a fucking insane country. They don't give a fuck. They will, you know, the Samson, what's that? The Samson Protocol or some shit. The Cold War set an uneasy precedent. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, we don't have enough information about this that are not, you know, slop, that are not just framing the Israeli strikes on Iran as justified. So I don't want to see that because there's enough. I've watched enough. I think that's enough slop for me today. I can only take so much slop after like having like a diet of like slop for like a month of not hog watching, you know. Like I can only endure so much. So maybe this is my cutoff for today. So I will be trying to stream more this month because I'm back to like my kind of like my happy base medium, or where I can like balance streaming with my healthy lifestyle. So, but I think 3 hours is enough for hog watching today. Mana tanking the slop for our entertainment. Okay, fine. Wait a minute. Like, do you really want to watch that one? That's fair. I need to limit my. Yeah, exactly. You, especially you, Yusin. I think you've been watching too much slop. Like, stop sharing slop. Oh my god. I really do think that it's crazy that we live in an era where a country can strike unprovoked and manufacture consent afterwards. Exactly. So I advise you guys, since for me it's still only 11:30 a.m. So I would like to end the stream now because I want to eat my lunch. Exactly, you don't want to have aneurysm. You want to have a healthy life. So you want to kind of at least have a relatively healthy life. I was saying how much you had to mentally endure for. Well, we are enduring it together. So don't, I mean, to be fair, I'm not doing it alone. This is exactly why, like, I saved this day to like look into the Trump and Musk, because I want to do it together with you guys. So that there's like a feedback of dialogue, right? Like there's like dialogue while watching the slops. Like all the fucking slop that we're gonna, you know, meet, that we're gonna have to endure. So it's not too much of a burden if I'm not watching it alone, you know? Slop encore. No more platinum. Like how are you advising me to like manage my cortisol levels and at the same time encouraging cortisol into my body? What kind of doctor are you? You're not helping. Just like watching bad movies with homie. Exactly. Like Dr. Chip over here advising, oh yeah, you should like monitor your hormone, like what is your blood work? Yeah. At the same time, slop encore. All right. That's really good advice, medical doctor. I don't know. Like the world is going insane. Doctors are the worst patients, they say. So they say I'm also falling apart. Yeah, I think for all of our mental health sake, let's limit this. Like so, when it comes to slop, we can only probably like tolerate 3 to 4 hours of that. We can't go beyond that. Okay. I think if all goes well today and my schedule, because I'm gonna record, I might also do a gaming day tomorrow, but it's just at the same time still. So if any of y'all want to play Monster Hunter with me tomorrow, you want to hop in, like, if I will stream tomorrow, I still haven't decided yet because I need to finish something today. And if I can't finish it, then I'm not gonna be able to do that tomorrow. But if I do, then I will be streaming tomorrow. But you'll know later tonight. So for now, I will be signing off, imps, because I need to go and eat my lunch and get my steps in, because I need to get my 12K steps today on my day off. I'm not lifting today. I'm just gonna walk. But yeah, a slop a day keeps the doctor away. Exactly. Is it your agenda, Platinum, that you want us to keep on watching slop so that we can keep on going to the hospital so that you can keep your job? So you have more patients. I see what you're doing. I'm done if I'm free. Okay. I hit hour 55, I think. All I would say is that I like organs. Okay. Have a good slop detox, Emma. Thank you, Fidel. Thank you to everyone who tune in. Despite my really, really, really completely 180, like literally 180 schedule in my stream, I'm surprised you guys turned up. I'm really actually surprised because you know me for my other time slot, right? But this time around, I'm trying to like stream early in the morning, so I'm still glad that a lot of people came in. And more than I actually expected. So that's pretty cool. Thank you so much for supporting my streams. So I will try to stream a lot more so that we can, catch up and just talk some random shit, because that's what streams are supposed to be. Can I type in here right now? Yes. What do you Hello, Chris. What's up? What are you doing, Chris? Of course you can type. What's up, Chris? How you doing? Oh, by the way, imps, if you don't know, Chris and I are working on a power violin song right now. And we are sampling that. Well, you'll see. But I think it's a really, really good song. You couldn't type here for some reason. What? Maybe you just needed to refresh the browser. Someone say power violence. Yes. Yeah, we are working on a song. We wanted something fast and angry, so yeah. We want something fast and angry, so we are gonna do fast and angry. Yeah, I'm so excited. Chris sent me the demo, like some of the riffs the other day, and I'm like, ooh, I like this. Music to put people under anesthesia. Power violence. Okay. No, Platinum. Oh my god. I'm still like baffled how someone is a medical doctor and at the same time you gave me the worst profile picture on my Twitter. The master of slop over here. Exactly. My god. How do you do your Bedside manner platinum. It's okay. It's just one kidney. You still have the other one. No, for real though. I'm curious at how Platinum does his bedside manner. Slop doctor. Wait, Platinum? Yeah, Platinum is a surgeon in training. He opens up people's bodies to get their organs out. You know, it could have a really dark turn, and then Platinum could just like go under the radar and just be in the illegal black organ market. In the black market for organs. Organ trafficking doctor. I'm kidding. I have to lock in so many hours in the hospital. I use Mana Stream to be a silly okay. Alright, I understand. I get you so much. So because I have to do the same thing at work, I have to be like serious face all the time. So when I'm on my stream, you see me like this as an anime bitch on the internet talking about Elon Musk and how he looks like a fucking lollipop, you know? He looks like a popsicle that swallowed a barrel. Saving lives, replacing organs with slop one day at a time. Sometimes he doesn't put them back in. Aggressively feeds patients souvlaki. Oh, what is a souvlaki? My dream is to be Dr. Kyle from what's WKUK? What the fuck? Okay. All right, before this goes in a dark turn, okay? I've already suggested organ trafficking. So as Bill Burr once said, Elon's laminated face is a sketch group called Whitest Kids You Know. Oh my God. Dr. Kyle. Souvlaki is Greek food. Oh yeah, right now I'm not, like I said before, like I think I mentioned it like 2 months ago. I'm no longer vegan, so I'm entertaining dairy now. I just started eating Greek yogurt for protein. Cause it's so hard to just like get your protein. Like it's easier to get your protein from Greek yogurt because it doesn't have a lot of fat. So souvlaki is just Greek kebab. So yeah, I'm eating Greek yogurt. It's pretty good. I really like it. I put blueberries and like sometimes I put cherries. I put mangoes. I'm entertaining eggs as well for extra protein and healthy fats because since I'm going on a caloric deficit, I need to have more biotin in my body so that I don't lose hair. So, I might. Yeah, I'm no longer vegan cuz also the associated the fucking associated stigma, like you know IDF is, they call IDF as like the most vegan army in the world, and I'm like, fuck this shit, man. I don't, ew, you know. So I'm like, no. Greek yogurt is a very good protein source. I eat it every day. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Greek yogurt. It's like y'all Greeks like cooked in that, you know. I'm making it an abomination by mixing Greek yogurt with no, okay. Wait. Well, no, but actually that would work as like a protein ice cream, you know, like a froyo. Yeah, like IDF boasts itself as the most vegan army in the world. So I'm like, no, fuck that shit. Liberal Zionist claims about idea for insult. Yeah. And also the general vegan, the general vegan movement, like, oh, go vegan and save the world. No, you don't. We need to dismantle capitalism. Like, you can't, like, a person changing their diet is not gonna have any effect on the systems in place. Like, sure, if you want to say, like, oh, go vegan and be healthy, I can ride with that because, you know, that there are health benefits on being a vegan. But, like, when you say that you can save the world by just being a vegan, shut the fuck up. Like, no, that's not how it works. Like, putting personal responsibility on people to solve a systemic issue is fucking lib garbage, you know? Also, I've been trying to, like, bond with my family a lot more, so I don't want them to adjust to me, you know? I don't want them to keep on adjusting to me. So I'm just trying to, like, introduce, like, animal products in my diet so that I don't, you know, I don't miss out on family events. Cuz right now I feel like we're on the verge of, like, turmoil, and you'll never know what's going to happen. So while I'm still alive, while I still can, while I still see my family, I want to be able to, like, bond with them, you know, to, like, be able to have, like, meals with my family together. Cuz I think I've been vegan for 10 years. I think I've already, like, skipped a lot of family gatherings. So I've realized, like, you know, I need to be closer to my family, you know, so it's just one of those things that I'm trying to reconsider. Like, my priorities have changed. And also, like, you know, it's a lot better to, like, be able to, like, bond with your family on with meals, eating meals together with your family. Greek yogurt is Turkish, Mana. They just called it that for marketing reasons. For real? They don't want to call it Turkish yogurt because nobody's gonna buy it. Damn, you gotta be ultra anti-vegan. No, I'm not really super anti-vegan. I just got, like, demoralized by that. Like, it's just, like, demoralizing, you know? It's just like, I'm just like, you know what? I'm not gonna be strict anymore because, like, man, there is no benefit, you know? Like, what? Like, oh, I'm so much better than everybody else, you know? Like, I'm not seeing the fucking point anymore. I don't see the point anymore. We're gonna have most civilized Balkan conversation in Mana stream about the origins of Greek yogurt. Time to eat some Tyrannosaurus Chimsy sandwiches. Yeah, that's true. Will you now have dino nuggies? I don't want to, like, eat processed food though. If I'm gonna have to introduce, like, animal products back into my diet, I wouldn't go straight for the fucking garbage, you know? Like, let me enjoy the healthy first, you know? I think my body would not be able to take it too. Like, if you just, like, go straight from, like, eating vegetables and then you just let someone eat dino nuggies. But yeah, anyway, Imps, I need to go. I need to get ready to walk and also, like, prepare my lunch. And I'll be seeing you soon. Like, if not tomorrow. So maybe tomorrow we'll be able to play together. I want to do a game. Like, I want to do at least a gaming day, like once or twice a month, but with the imps rather. But I would also like want to play games on stream as well, because I just wanna. I don't have enough time to like play games on the daily, because I replaced playing Monster Hunter every night with walking. Okay, so instead of playing Monster Hunter, I'm walking. I'm just walking, you know, to get that 12K steps in. Mystery Meat Origins. Fair enough, I was half joking. It's fine. Like, you know what? Like, it's a lifestyle and you're free to choose however you live your life. Whether you're vegan, you eat meat, you're fucking carnivore, I don't care. Like, it's your life. It does not affect me or anyone. Like, it's not gonna harm anyone. Like, it's not gonna be like the end of the world, you know? So just chill, and let's just be chill with each other. Like, if somebody chooses to eat meat, if somebody chooses to not eat meat, like, just be fucking chill, okay? Like, let them live their lives. Like, people make their choices for a reason, you know? Plan to hook you up with a stack plate of dino nuggies. Yeah, the best doctor. To be fair, Hannibal series cooking were pretty appetizing. What? Let's be real. The reason you drop veganism is Monster Hunter food porn cuts. Maybe. But I've been thinking about it for a whole year, you know. So since the genocide started, like, I was just like, man, what is the point in being a vegan? And like, my friend sending me like, you know, like the prices of food. Like, can you imagine, like, 3 kilograms of flour is $900. Like, how the fuck, you know? Like, and I'm out here like restricting myself and like not really appreciating like the food made by my family. Like, wait, what? Like, this is I have it backwards. What do you mean? Like, I always refuse my sister-in-law's cooking because it has meat in it, and like I'm like, whoa, okay, like, you know, like. And then meanwhile, like, people in Palestine are even struggling to scrape by. Like, I have it twisted. It fucked me up, okay? It kind of fucked me up. So, I don't know. Right now, I want to focus on with my family. Like, I want to focus on being able to, like, have gatherings with them, you know? Like, I don't know. Something made me, something in my brain switched, you know? I also don't want to, like, force them into my lifestyle, you know? So I can just be flexible, you know? There are days where I don't, like, it's still hard for me to, like, just keep on eating meat. The idea of that is still a little bit. I will be flexible, you know? It's one day at a time, but, you know, it takes a lot. It's a little bit of getting used to, so I will get to that point where I don't have to really think about, like, is this good or bad? Like, it's there shouldn't have been that distinction anyway, you know? Food is food, you know? Like, seeing Palestinians, like, suffer from starvation, and I'm out here, like, labeling food as good or bad, you know what I mean? When some people don't even have anything to eat. So, yeah. I kind of, it fucks me up. Like, I don't know. It's yeah. So that's where my mind is at the moment. All I saw was Mana's avatar and Monster Hunter eating lettuce, though. Wait, no! I also chose some meats, though. No shot. If they are ethically grown, I think so, yeah. Is it vegan to eat people? Oh my god. Alright, okay, let's... Wow, once again, cannibalism entered chat. Okay, like when can I have a stream where nobody brings up cannibalism ever? Like, why is it always cannibalism, Hims? Why do you always resort to cannibalism? Like, can you explain to me? Abolish wage slavery so we can eat people. Mayor got Flora thrive, Mana. Thank you. I will try. Why does Mana chat always devolves into cannibal? Exactly my question. It's free real estate. No. Okay, let's end this before we say things we regret. Okay. All right, Imps. This is it for me today. I will be seeing you maybe tomorrow so we can play games together if you're into that. You know, I wanna play Monster Hunter actually. If you wanna join me in playing Monster Hunter, you know, like I think I already got the Akuma quest, so I wanna complete that. Although I'm not really gonna change weapons anyway. I just wanna get that. Pigs look tasty, what can I say? I don't like to eat pork. Ew. Like, but okay. You do you. You do you, though. I cannot stand the high fat content. Like, I feel like I'm gonna have a stroke if I eat pork, you know? I need to grind the Akuma stuff. Yeah. I don't think I'd even imbibe them rich when it comes to cannibalism. Elon No! I don't want to eat an Elon stew. Ew. You know, like, we say eat the rich, but I actually don't want to eat the billionaires. They look so demonic. Like I feel like I'm gonna absorb the demons. So no, I don't wanna. Mana says pork is halal. Mashallah. No. Chicken is nice because it is low fat and tastes good. Okay. All right. You're just sending me your meat recommendations. All right, Imps. I need to go. I need to eat my lunch. It's already 12 p.m. here. Maybe let's wait 2 minutes so that we can make it into 4 hours anyway. Elon stew is pumped with hormones. I prefer my billionaire free range. Yeah, that's true. And also, Thadalonia's Moon Sprocket. Thank you so much for subscribing for 5 months now. I thought you were already a demon. Yeah, yes, but like not that kind of demon, okay? Not the genocidal demon. No. Not the hoarding wealth kind of demon. I'm more like free give everyone free housing and healthcare education type of demon. Good to see you again, comrade. I hope you're well. Thank you, Mafia. Mafia. Okay, not Mafia. Mafia. FutakuchiMana, Queen of the Apples, Lord of the Bananas, King of the Orange. Hello. Hello, Izumi. Join. Yes. Demons aren't a monolith. Exactly, not all demons. When I say pigs are tasty, I mean cops barbecue pigs. Okay, yeah, but I don't want that either. Ew. I don't want to, like, one day, like, you know, if you eat barbecued cops, what if you're just gonna randomly shoot black people? Like, I don't want to do that. No. Free housing demon, shiver me timber. Yeah, this chat is devolving really fast. You know what they say? What you are what you eat. Exactly. I don't wanna frigging become like a cop, you know. Pig barbecue with a hint of pepper spray. No. Comes pre-season. Okay, it's 4 hours. All right, let's end this before we get banned. All right, bye, Imps. Later, motherfuckers. Goodbye. Goodbye to the people who hated on me. Goodbye to the people who love me. Goodbye to the people who hated on me. Goodbye, everybody. All right, bye, guys. For real. See ya. What'd she call me? What?